Hello parents. I've been thinking a lot about our class of 2020, our sons and daughters or your grandchildren. This is a unique year, one that they have none of us have experienced before, and they are making decisions now that none of us had to make once we were graduating from high school. I know because our oldest son is graduating from high school this year, and he's like your kids who went to school one day and just didn't go back. They're all trying to figure out what they're going to do, whether they're going to work, whether they're going on to the four-year school they've always dreamed of going to. They've been trying to figure out what to do, and I know that you all have been giving it a lot of thought as well. It's pretty much the only thing on my mind most days is trying to make sure that we're able to make it safe for students to come to Lord Fairfax next year. So we're working really hard to be able to bring some students back to campus in very limited numbers. We will do a lot online, but we will do it in a way that is focused on instruction and good instruction. We're going to have classroom settings. You may have students that are sitting 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of them in a class one day while the rest of the students join online. And then the second day of class, they'll switch, and some will join from online versus some being in a classroom. We're going to do all we can to make sure that we are keeping everyone safe, including our employees. But we know that this year is just going to be different. The virus that we're dealing with is unlike anything we've ever dealt with before, and so it's going to look different on our campus. And so we're working right now to make sure that we have a quality program for all those students that are going to be joining us in the fall. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing so that as you're making your decisions, you can be giving some thought to what makes the most sense for your child. For one, my son's coming to Lord Fairfax next year. He has been taking dual enrollment classes. Many of your sons and daughters have been taking dual enrollment classes. He can finish his associate's degree, and we have guaranteed admission agreements to all of our state institutions. So if your son or daughter's dream was to go to the University of Virginia or to James Madison or to George Mason or wherever it was, one of our private institutions like Eastern Mennonite or Shenandoah University, we have guaranteed admission agreements to all of those. The other factor is your life situations may have changed dramatically over these last couple of months. I know many of our families had made plans for their kids to go to a certain school, and it just might not be feasible right now. One of the things that we're very proud of in the community college system is that our tuition and fees are anywhere from 1/3 to 1/4 of the cost of going to a four-year university. And so if this is a challenging year for you, both from the health crisis standpoint or from the economic crisis standpoint, tuition for a full-time student in the fall will range, depending if they take 4 or 5 classes, from $2,000 to $2,400 for those students, which is significantly less than it would cost if they are going on to a 4-year. So if this is not an option for you to be able to go to that 4-year of your choice for a year, then just give it some thought about how you can continue without having to take that break, without having to take a year off, and how you could come and finish your associate's degree before you move on to the 4-year school. Those of you that have kids who have zero interest in going to college, wouldn't care if they never saw the inside of a classroom again, and they just want to go to work, we're starting up our short-term training programs, our workforce training programs, again in another month or so. We will do that in very small numbers. We will ensure there's cleaning between each of the groups that we bring. But if they're interested in the truck driving program, which we start new groups of that every couple of weeks. If they're interested in becoming a phlebotomist, if they're interested in becoming a dental assistant, there are programs that are shorter term that get you into the workforce faster. There's financial aid for all of these programs. Right now especially, we are encouraging every parent to apply for financial aid. Because again, situations have changed significantly over the last couple of months. And so we just want you to know that we're here. We have a website set up that has more information for you. It's lfcc.edu/parents. So again, that's Lord Fairfax Community College, lfcc.edu/parents. There's a place there to just send us your questions. So any questions you might have, just feel free to fill out the form. We will get right back to you to give you any information that you might need as you're making this decision. And to the class of 2020, I wish you the best. I know that this has just been a very challenging year. I do believe something good comes out of every bad situation, so we will figure out what that is. And this is an opportunity for you to maybe do a little something different for a year before you make your way to the next part of your path onto your career. So thanks, good luck. Please let us know how we can help you. Again, lfcc.edu/parents. Thanks.